Hello, everyone. It's Fred from Agora Speakers, and namaste to all my friends in Paul. Today, I want to talk about the importance of having an agenda. Every meeting needs an agenda, not only youth club meetings, adult club meetings, and any meeting of any organization should have an agenda if you want to have an effective, proper meeting. I'm going to share with you an example of an agenda that you can find. I'll put a link in the description below, and you can download it and use it as a template for any of your Agora type meetings, adult or youth. So let me share with you my screen and I'll review the agenda, the template, and from there we can then discuss any details as well. So this is a template for an agenda. You'll notice you have different columns, the start and end time of each session, different roles, who is doing the role, who's assigned to it, their names, if we have people assigned, the description of the role, and then the timing. If there's a 1 minute, the green light would go on at 30 seconds, the amber or yellow light at 45 seconds, and the red light at 1 minute. And that is shown for all the different, for the roles that take 4 minutes, other roles that might take different lengths of time, up to maybe speeches could take up to 7 minutes or whatever. And we'll just go through some of the roles. These roles are in the club kit as well. So when we talking about reading role descriptions, the person who is doing word of the day or joke master or thought of the day would begin by reading their role. So everybody reads their role, and it's a great way to everyone to become familiar with all the roles by listening and by those who are reading it. Once the roles are read, we can have a word of the day, and the person introduces, that person has 1 minute. And if we have a joke master or more than one joke master, you can have more than one. You can give them a couple minutes. Thought of the day is an excellent part of the meeting, and they tell about something that's of interest. They could have, say, 3 minutes. Then we have speeches. Speeches can vary. Maybe they can be 4 minutes long. Maybe they can be 5 or 6 minutes long as you progress, or even longer. And they give their information, an introduction and title to the meeting leader, who will then introduce them. Those are followed by the people who are doing the evaluation. So you have 4 speech evaluators if you have 4 speakers. And they normally have 2, maybe 3 minutes, depending on the length of the speech. You will then determine these agendas are not fixed, but this is a template. So if you realize as you progress, we need longer or shorter times, you adjust the times. And those are shown on the end of when it should start. If the meeting started at the top of the hour, this would be 39 minutes into the meeting when the hot questions start. Hot questions, as it says, are the questions that you ask, and each person has 1, maybe 2 minutes, again, depending on the skills of the participants. And that's followed by the person who does the hot questions evaluation. So they would have up to, if there's, say, 4 responders, then they would probably have 1 minute per participant, so there'd be 4 minutes. Then it's followed by the meeting evaluator, who introduces the meeting evaluation team. So they would ask for the filler word counter to give their report, the grammarian to give their report, word of the day to give their report. If they have such a thing as an interrupter counter, that's not normal, but in some cases it is important, particularly with young people, to learn not to interrupt during the meeting. Timers report, and then the meeting evaluator, you'll see, has longer time than others to do their report. You have a listening evaluator who asks his questions. All of these roles are described in the club kit. You have a club kit, they have the description, they can read it out. So, and I think I've covered that. It's very important to have those information available in plastic covers, so you can use the same meeting role descriptions at every meeting. And then the meeting leader ends the meeting, said, oh, what went well during the meeting, what they thought we could improve on, and what was the best part of the meeting. And then at the end, you have the next meeting evaluator who is going to ask for, maybe describe the theme and ask for volunteers for the roles for the next meeting. And then they can create a agenda as well. They can fill in the names if they wish, or just use this generic agenda. So that is a very important part of any meeting. And if you need an example, I'll put a link in the description below this video where you can download this example of an agenda. So with that, I'll say, wish you lots of love and laughter from Fred. I'm currently in Canada, and I'll look forward to hearing from you if you need any assistance with creating agendas or anything else about you setting up and running your club, Agora Speakers Club's meetings. Bye for now, au revoir, and namaste.